Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. Okay, so um, we are, we're here. We got it. We're here. Everybody's on. Okay, Melissa has a Emerald in 24 Hours call at 8:30. Amber, can you do me a really big favor? Can you watch for the link that she posts and copy it and paste it into the Rocking Your Business chat when she posts it? Because I know Sabrina, you wanted to get on. I don't know if Carrie is on. Nope. But she's going to hop on the 24-hour to Emerald call. And in the meantime, Amber and I are going to do a co-call because we are in the most ridiculously awesome training ever known to man for the next 6 months, and it's already blowing our minds. So this is Josh Coates. Josh Coates is he's a coach for coaches, basically. Because he calls himself a push coach. I don't know if you've heard of John Maxwell, who's a really well-known leadership trainer. So he's got like a John Maxwell School of Leadership, and that's what Josh Coates went through. Sorry, John Maxwell has the School of Leadership training, and Josh Coates went through the training, and he now exclusively coaches multi-level marketing coaches. He started out as a coach for Beachbody coaches. Melanie Mitro, who was our 4-time top 10 top coach, works with him. A lot of other coaches work with him. Hold on, Melissa just sent me a message. I'm getting off her exit in 2 minutes. Rolled over, and it'll be between 8:30 and 8:35 that I will be on, and then we'll take it back. We'll be good. We're gonna have a PowerPoint on track. Great. Okay. She said it'll be 8:30 to 8:35. She'll be on. Amber, did she post the link already? Okay, great. Perfect. So Sabrina, 8:30, you'll hop off. You'll get into the chat for, hopefully you're in it. I don't even know if I added you. Okay, there. Oops. There's the chat. Or there it is. I'm so together. Sorry. Okay, so Josh Coates, back to what this is. So this month we're focusing on recruiting coaches, but what he talked about, so he does these weekly mastermind calls basically with everybody who's in this group on Mondays. And Amber and I just want to talk about what we've been learning, specifically something that is really like, it's a mindset thing. Like, we haven't talked a lot about mindset lately on our team calls, and I want to talk about that. So also, I know, Christina, you wanted to talk about Team Cup. So maybe I'm just going to really quickly go through Team Cup stuff, and then we'll hop into the kind of the meat of the call. So Team Cup is, I can get my thing up so that I can read what I'm doing. Okay, Team Cup is what is this thing and why is it in my way? It's an event that Beachbody does every February to kind of help coaches grow their business and work with a smaller group of coaches who are really pushing hard and like getting together on like a smaller level. So we kind of already have that environment in our chat, but this is you can have 5 members. You have to have 5 members. There does not have to be a diamond or star diamond on the team. Anyone can be the team leader. So I know that, so like my downline, I'm going to limit my team to people in my downline. So I'm sorry, I know, Christina, you've been like a part of our team, but you could run your own team. And so what I might suggest for you is you create a team, because you can totally be a leader of your own team, and you can say, hey, I'm running a team for Team Cup. Who wants to be on my team? And post that in Melissa Hadley's group or Tony's group. And you could run a team for yourself. So you get points, and there are awards for achieving certain things by the end of the month. So you earn points by Success Club. So every Success Club point you have is 1 Team Cup point. Anybody in the group who rank advances gets 3 points. And anybody who's personally sponsored coach rank advances, they also get 3 points. If there's somebody who registers for Summit in the month of February, they get 2 points, and that's how you earn points. So there's rewards, there's like individual rewards, and then there's team rewards. So individual rewards, basically if you hit Success Club, you get the award. But there's an FAQ, it's FAQ 11051. If you just go to Beachbody, you just type in, you just go to the back office and you go to the FAQ and go type in 11051, or just search Team Cup. All the information that you need is there. So that's kind of what it's going to be, sorry, I'm going to get my notes back organized. That's going to be Team Cup. So questions about that so far? If you are on my team, you are on my team. Let's just start there. Okay, good. So let's get into what Josh Coates has been talking about. Okay, so he's, like I said, ridiculously awesome. He has this ability, like he's a really phenomenal leader, and he has the ability to just like fire people up and like get into your soul and like shake you up a little bit and make you just want to like light the whole world up with your awesomeness. And one of the things he talks about is it's like this key critical equation for success in anything that you want to achieve success in. And this is the equation. So if you have pen and paper, or if you have notes somewhere, get ready to write this down. Okay, it's consistency plus intensity. I have a rogue awake child running around the house. Plus worth plus time. And we'll talk about each of those things. So that's consistency plus intensity plus worth plus time. So we'll go through each one. Consistency means showing up every day and doing the right things every day. So this doesn't mean showing up and scrolling Facebook for an hour and calling it your power hour. This doesn't mean, basically like it's so easy to just scroll Facebook, scroll Instagram, get lost in the news feed. That's not what this is. This means doing the vital behaviors, doing the 4, I forget what they're called. Daniel Prestigion had a really good link that I shared in our ambition page, which is so you reach out, grow your network by 10 people, you connect with 10 people, you invite 10 people, and you follow up with 10 people. If you do nothing else every day, that will grow your business in a huge way. But it's consistency over time. It is consistency over time, but time is not the same as consistency. So if you've been a coach for a year, but you've only been consistent for a week, the fact that you've been a coach for a year makes no difference. If you do the activities consistently that you are supposed to be doing, that's what consistency is. So how long I've been signed up has nothing to do with how long I've been doing the right activities. It's about doing the right things repeatedly every day, and that will get you where you want to go. So the second part of the equation is intensity. Intensity is the energy that you bring. If you are lame and you are negative and you do not smile and you go up to somebody and say, hey, like, I'm doing this thing and it's really cool, and I'd like you to join me, but I guess you don't have to, thanks. You want to try this out? Like, nobody's going to want to join you. But if you say, oh my God, like, I have been doing this program and I feel amazing, and I just did this 3-day refresh, and you guys, like, I am not bloated anymore. It's phenomenal. Like, you should try this. I would love for you to try this. Like, obviously there's a difference. Yes, Amber.
Chris. Okay, Christina, thank you. Sorry, Ilana, I had to interrupt.
What?
You know what happened? I finished my workout really late, and my whole day was just thrown off. That's all it is. It was the ripple effect of my day. So then my shake spilled all over. So I don't even know what's going on. My brother, all right, and I'm sorry. Continue.
No, you're fine. I was dying because I'm on this call and I'm on this call and I can hear Alana's voice coming out of my phone, and I thought I was magically somehow on 2 Zoom calls at the same time on my phone. And then I realized, no, you're on there, and it's your sound that you're hearing from your one call coming through the other call. So everybody that was waiting for the other call, for the 9 p.m. call, totally just got some really good gems of information from Alana.
Well, maybe.
That's
maybe
awesome.
they're
Okay.
like me.
Well, I'm going to mute you guys. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay. Mute all. Everybody's muted. Okay. Okay. Man, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Okay, intensity. So it's the energy that you bring to this business. It's the energy that you feel, that you know that you love these products. You know that these workouts work for you because either you've seen somebody else have amazing results and they've done the work and they've talked about it to you. So if you're a brand new coach and you don't yet have a transformation that you can talk about, you know they work because you've seen somebody else and you feel it in your soul. That's why you decided to join as a new coach. Bring energy, because the energy is contagious. Josh calls it the light from my eyeballs. And like when he talks, you can feel it. And when you talk about something that you're passionate about you feel like the glow coming from you. And when you see somebody else who's so passionate about what they do and what they love, and they're talking about something that they just 100% believe in, and they, that's the energy that you need to bring. So when you bring that energy is contagious. And when you do the right things with the right energy, that gets you faster to where you want to go than if you do the right things with the wrong energy. So that's why intensity is a part of this equation. There's a quote by John Maxwell that says, "Leaders are dealers in hope." Josh is ridiculous, and he talks about being, a drug dealer of hope, basically. He talks about it's kind of the same thing. Like, we're in this business that we are, there are people who don't know that it's possible to have a healthy lifestyle that's easy or.
That's nice. Man.
Alana, I want to switch over to the other call, but I don't have the link anymore.
Okay. If you tap the bottom of your screen and pull up the chat, it's up in the chat. Amber posted it. And then you can copy that and then sign out of our call and then sign into that one.
I think you can actually just click it and then it will ask you, it'll say you're in another meeting. Do you want to leave this meeting and join this one?
Perfect.
If not, I also put it inside the chat.
Okay. Well, I am stupid and I didn't add her to that chat. So she's in the ambition chat. Oh, good Lord. What a hot mess. Sabrina, she's off. She must have got it. Okay. Perfect. Fingers crossed. Okay. So now, drug dealers, right? Because of course. Amy, I just want to say, if you can hear me. Yeah, you can hear me. You're awesome for getting on tonight. I'm so sorry that you're not feeling well. So feel better. Okay, good. Okay, so we are leaders are dealers in hope. Every single one of us on this call is a leader. We have people who follow us, and maybe they follow us and they don't know that they can be a leader, but we can show them that they can be a leader by showing this, intense energy. And if we can do it, they can do it. Okay. Number 3, third part of the equation is worth. Now, this is a big one, and Josh talks a lot about this. Worth is the only thing that you are given. in your life. And so what he spent some time talking about is everybody believes that every person on this planet is created equally, which means that every person has the same ability to achieve anything, no matter what. We're all given the same opportunities. We're all given the same chances. Even if you're born in a ghetto, and even if you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, your life is what you make of it. It is not what is given to you. So since every person is created equally, whether it's in the eyes of a creator that you believe in, or whether it's in, just like universal law, every single person starts out from the day that they're born on the same playing field. And if you don't believe in yourself, you are giving away that worth that was given to you. It's the only part of the formula that is given to you, and yet it is the very first thing that we give up. And it's the hardest thing for us to continually keep at a high level. That's what is so important about personal development, and that's what we have to work so hard to continue to make. This is hard to get out of my face. Okay. Our worth is easy for us to give up, which is hard to deal with because, I'm sorry, my child is like so distracting because I have to yell at him, but I can't. Okay. So anyway, worth. Amber, jump in if I'm floundering.
Okay, guys.
It's a hard thing. It's even a hard thing to talk about.
It's a hard thing to talk about. So basically what Josh is saying is that the good example that he gives is he talks about your kids. Like the moment that your child was born, you would do anything for that kid, right? Even though they scream at you all the time, even though they treat you like a milking machine, even though they get sassy with you, or they don't do what they're supposed to do, or they lie, or they ditch school or whatever, like you would still jump in front of a freaking moving train for them, right? It's because they have innate worth. The second you walk into this world, you innately are worth something. That's the way it is, right? So what he talks about is you're born with this worth. That worth doesn't go anywhere. Just because you were sassy with your parents or lied or didn't do your homework, that doesn't mean that you were worth anything less to your parents than you were before that moment. So what he's saying is your worth is not dependent on whether you've performed negative actions or positive actions. It is inherently there. You are you. You're obviously worth it to be on this planet, or you wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So why take that one thing that it doesn't matter and you are worth it no matter what? That is the first thing that we are willing to be like, I'm not worth it. Why? Like, if any one of you could answer, like, why you're not worth it to anybody else in this chat right now, I beg you to try to prove me wrong.
It's totally true. But the hard thing is, like, why it ties into how we share what we do as coaches is because we know the value of the product. We know that, we are helping people. We know that the opportunity is amazing, but when we put ourselves into we add ourselves in as part of the package, that's where we internally get all hung up and like afraid, and we think that it's not worth it because we don't think that we're worth it. So we have to believe in ourselves in order to make what we do and to basically sell ourselves. I mean, not in a creepy, sleazy way, but to sell ourselves on ourselves, I guess is a better way to put it. We have to be sold on ourselves in order to be successful at sharing what we have with other people. There's another really good analogy that Josh uses all the time. It's the law of sowing and reaping, which comes from John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, which is a phenomenal book. Really easy to listen to, really short. But it's the law of sowing and reaping, which is the first law in the book. And basically it means that you plant a seed, like an actual physical plant seed in the ground, and if you give it water and you give it soil and you give it air and you give it sunlight, no matter what, if you give it those three things, it's going to grow into a plant as long as it has the right things. And the seed, this is the important part, the seed does not care what you look like. The seed does not care where you were born. The seed does not care how much money you make. The seed does not care if you've had a transformation. The seed does not care if you insert any other reason, because the seed will grow because it has what it needs. And our worth is what makes us consistent, and our worth is what gives us energy. So it's a huge part of the equation. If we believe in ourselves, we're going to show up and be consistent. If we believe in ourselves, we're going to bring the energy. You know, if we believe in ourselves, we're going to reach out to people and like push ourselves harder than we've ever pushed, and push ourselves to the point where we are so in this that it just, we don't have any other option. And it all ties back to worth.
There is a really good part of Grant Cardone's book. What's the one that you just gave me? Oh crap. Sell or Be Sold. Where he talks about, like, if you don't believe that you have like your worth, or you don't believe in your product, people are going to feel that. They're going to sense it. So if you don't believe that you're worth it, then nobody on the face of the planet is going to look at you and say, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to listen to your spiel, and they're going to say, wow, she doesn't really believe in herself, but I believe in her. Have my money. Like, that's not going to happen. So you need to, if you're having any kind of hangups on whether you're worth it in this business, that needs to be like priority number one. Like, you've got to work on believing that you are worth it in this business. And then, like Ilana said, everything else is going to shine through your freaking eyeballs.
Exactly. Absolutely. One of the things that he talked about, my child is worth it. Okay. One of the things he talked about is this is an activity that he did with a team that he went and did like a team retreat with, was they were talking about like sharing the business. So he had everybody list out, and they talked about like, what does this business come with? And they started, they listed out like, community, fulfillment, hope, confidence. Like, it comes with a business plan. It comes with training. It's a no risk investment. It's, the product research is done, the consumer research, like thing after thing after thing. We get a website. We have the products already made. The advertising is done for us. The marketing is done by Beachbody. And for all of that, we only pay $15.95 a month. So why isn't this a good deal? Like, why not? We have so much to offer from a business standpoint, but then we get in our own way because we put ourselves in there as part of it. And we say, well, I don't know if I can be a good leader. I don't know if I can train. I don't know if my team is the right team. I don't know if that person wants to be on my team because of me. But if we take ourselves out of the equation and we look at, exactly what is offered here, incredible nutritional products, incredible workouts by super trainers who have scientific research background up the hoo-ha, that is worth it. And we just have to believe in our own self-worth. And it's hard. Like, I will not try to lie to you and tell you that it is not hard, because that's why personal development is so important in what we do as coaches. Personal development focuses exclusively almost on, so like personal, like human development, not like business development. Personal development does focus exclusively on developing our own self-worth. That's why it's important. That's why you have to read You're a Badass. That's why you have to read Girl Wash Your Face. You have to get your own self-worth where it needs to be in order to be successful in this business. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will either. You have to believe in you when nobody else does. The last part of the equation is time. So time is the only thing that we have no control over. We can control our intensity, and we can control our consistency, and we can control our worth, but we cannot control time. But time is what, like, we cannot put all of these things together in a day and expect to have a business that takes off in a week. We all know that. We've all, been working hard, but nobody's business has hit 15-star superstar in, the first week of our business, because we haven't given ourselves the time. I think my dog is about to pee her pants. You guys, why is everything so crazy tonight? Can you sit? You are a good girl. Sit. So we have to give it time. We have to apply all of these things, and we have to give it enough time to make it work. But when we do the things, when we have the consistency and we have the intensity and we believe in ourselves every day, and we show up every day, over time, it will happen. So if you have been here for a year or 2 years or a month or 6 months and you are not seeing the results that you want, it's not time, because nobody cares if you've been a coach for 5 years, but you haven't done anything. Have you been consistent? Have you been bringing that fire in your belly and the light in your eyes to what you're doing? And do you believe in yourself? And if you can say all three things, then the only thing left is just to keep doing what you're doing, and it will happen. 100%, it will happen, because there's nothing else to the equation. Every single thing depends on this equation. Your success, every aspect of your success, some part of it ties into this equation. So be consistent every day, do the things, bring the intensity, show people how excited you are, and believe in yourself. And that's I got. That's it. That's all my notes. Amber, do you have anything else that I didn't talk about?
The only other thing that Josh talked about during the call was that your limiting beliefs and your negative thoughts, they're always looking for a story to justify our fears and excuses. So if you look at the document that I had shared in our group, it just kind of lists some of the things he talks about with that. But he talks about don't look for BS stories. Stop looking for people who are negative on the internet. Like, have you ever gone down a rabbit hole? I almost did that today. And I was just on this call last night. But when you see people that are arguing on the internet, talking about politics or whatever, if you get sucked down those rabbit holes, all it does is it just brings more negative energy at you. And if you look at people, if you follow people's pages where all they are is drama, all they are is complaining that they don't have enough, all that kind of stuff, it kind of translates over into what you're doing. So he said, stop looking for BS stories, start looking for success stories. So go out and find whatever your avatar is, go find a strong, mine is moms, go find a strong mom who is rocking it with her business, on the internet. It doesn't have to be a Beachbody business, whatever business it is. Strong, successful women, go follow their pages and let their success and excitement and all of the things that are in our equation here, let them rub off on you. And if you surround yourself with excitement and success stories and, good stuff all the time, you're going to identify with that and you're going to run with it. And, you could only surround yourself by assholes so much and then not think that you're an asshole yourself. So you need to surround yourself by what you want to be.
Exactly. So. The other great quote that I wrote down from the call last night was, it's not how long, so you come to a point in your business when, and it shouldn't be very far in, but you need to say to yourself, it's not about how long it takes, it's about how far I can go. You need to give yourself enough time to truly make a change and make a difference. And so I have always thought to myself 3 years before I feel like, getting traction. Of course, I'm like all in forever now. But like when I first started, it was like, well, I could do this for a year. And then like a little bit into it, I was like, well, okay, realistically, like let me give myself 3 years. But Josh was saying like he gave himself 5 years to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail and try something new and fail at that and start to get traction and learn the things. We need to give ourselves enough time to see the results. And there comes a point when it's not about, so that's where I am now. It's not about how long it's going to take me to get there. It's how far am I going to take this business? How far am I going to go? So it's seeing the potential and seeing what's out there and not limiting yourself to, well, if I don't do this in a certain amount of time, I'm a failure. I have to find a way to make it happen now. And actually that was another thing you talked about was urgency versus pressure. So we all need to find urgency, because otherwise if we don't tell ourselves, why not now, we're never going to do it now. If you don't say, why not today? Why not this week? Why not hit Success Club this week? Like, I have to do it now. I need to find a way to make it happen now. That's urgency. Where versus pressure is where you say, if I don't make it happen now, then I'm a failure. And that's not true, because you are never a failure. I am not on the 9 p.m. call. I've got some things to do, so I'm going to catch the replay. Like putting my child to bed again. So those are the notes that I have. This is an incredible training. And our team is going to do amazing things. Both Amber and I are fired up. We are so excited. And you guys are going to benefit from every single thing that we learn. Any last words? Jatan is on the call. Okay.
Yeah, Jatan's on the call. I was about to fangirl just now. I don't even know if you saw that.
Well, I will catch the replay. All right, guys. Any last questions? Because I know everybody else is going to get on another call. Amy, you're probably going to go to bed.
Just
All
a
right.
picture. And I need to figure out just a quick picture.
Yeah.
It all post.
Hold
And I
on.
need to figure out my team cup tomorrow.
Okay.
Because out of nowhere, everyone just disappeared, except for you two. So
Okay. Let me get a photo as well.
everyone smile.
Okay. Let me do a boomerang too. Sorry, guys. Stand by. Boomerang.
Someone send me this picture or tag me on your Insta stories.
I will. Okay. Everybody wave. Yay. Okay. Yep, I'll tag you guys. Alrighty, guys. Peace. Love you. Feel better and enjoy the call, and everybody get some good sleep. Bye, guys.
Bye.